You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
Well, Black and White Sports fans, on this channel for many months now, me and Rhodes have actually been fighting against woke sports. We have been fighting against politics in sports. We have been fighting against the Marxist NBA of China. Now we're fighting against the Marxist MLB of China. Guys, we know what MLB did with the All-Star game in Atlanta. They removed it because of a political agenda, folks. A political agenda. And that's what we're going to be talking about here in this video today, because it's actually going to take more than Outkick and more than Sports Wars to expose woke sports for what it is. It's a battle, folks. It's clearly a battle. Sports and politics are now tied at the hip. And that has come full circle now with the All-Star game being moved out of Atlanta, out of the state of Georgia, because of politics now. But first, guys, make sure you go over to blackandwhitenetwork.com, sign up and become a member today. We have 2 membership tiers, bronze and silver plan. You get special private videos over there. And we got a good one today. We're probably going to be talking about Shannon Sharpe and what he actually had to say about MLB moving the All-Star game out of Georgia, folks. And if you can't become a member right now, just consider giving a donation by clicking the donation tab. 1, 2, 5, however many dollars you actually want to give us would greatly help us support our fight against big tech. With that being said, guys, let's get into this, guys. Texas Governor Greg Abbott, man. He is now joining the fight against woke sports. He's not going to take it. Greg Abbott now has canceled the MLB. He's put it out there, folks. He's put it out there. He actually says that it is very shameful what actually happened in Georgia. He's my governor, by the way. I'm out here in Texas, as you guys know that. And this year, man, Greg Abbott, man, has really been laying the hammer down. He's one of the few governors out there that's actually fighting against the socialist agenda, against Beijing Biden and his merry band of Marxists. He's fighting against them. And now he has joined the fight against woke sports, folks. So let's dive into this and you'll see. It says Texas Governor Greg Abbott blasts MLB for pulling an All-Star game from Georgia. It's shameful. And there he is right there, man. Greg Abbott now has canceled MLB. This is what happens here, folks. It says the governor of Texas is furious with Major League Baseball for moving the All-Star game out of Georgia. And says he's boycotting the organization as a result, starting with canceling a planned appearance to throw out the first pitch at the Texas Rangers home opener. Governor Greg Abbott just penned a strongly worded letter to Neil Liebman, the president of baseball operations and COO for the Texas Rangers, explaining why he won't support the league in the wake of the All-Star game move. Quote, this is what he says. Thank you for the invitation to throw out the first pitch at the Texas Rangers home opening game. I was looking forward to it until Major League Baseball adopted what has turned out to be a false narrative about the election law reforms in Georgia, and based on that false narrative, moved the MLB All-Star game from Atlanta. Abbott continued, it is shameful that America's pastime is not only being influenced by partisan political politics, but also perpetuating false political narratives. I will not participate in an event held by MLB, and the state will not seek to host an All-Star game or any MLB special events. Abbott clarified that his beef is not with the Rangers. He expressed deep respect for the organization from top to bottom, but he wants to send a message to MLB. MLB made the decision to move the game on Friday and has drawn both praise and criticism from both sides of the aisle. Beijing Biden, along with his top socialist Democrats, I added all that there, and celebrities like LaChina James have argued Georgia's new voting law is an unnecessary obstacle intended to deter minorities from participating in elections. Beijing Biden referred to the law as Jim Crow on steroids. Well, of course, if anybody should actually know about Jim Crow, it would be Jim Crow Joe, because the socialist Democrats, invented Jim Crow. On the other side of the argument, Republicans are saying the law was created to combat voter fraud. So there you have it, guys. Greg Abbott, a politician, is taking a stand against the Marxist MLB of China. Hats off to Greg Abbott, man. We're going to need more politicians really to side with Greg Abbott on this, because we know where the socialists side at. They were very much supported of the Marxist MLB of China. But in that case, the Marxist MLB of China, they have destroyed their league. They absolutely have destroyed their league, and they're not going to get it back, man. And it's very sad, because MLB was America's pastime. It was. But MLB pretty much alienated America a long time ago. They really have stopped promoting their sport in this country. They want to go overseas to Latin America, get their players, and not promote the product for Americans. And I think Americans have pretty much tuned it out, man. Tuned it out. And when it comes to Black Americans, mostly, there's probably only about 3%, if I'm not mistaken, of players in MLB are actually Black Americans. Okay? So MLB, man, they're an absolute disaster, man. They actually may fall even harder than the Marxist MLB of China, because the Marxist MLB of China, man, they were still relatively popular before the events of last season. But MLB has been on the decline for a while. And now, hopefully now, they will fall off a cliff the same way as the Marxist MLB of China. But Greg Abbott has said no. They're not going to bend the knee to woke politics. They're not going to bend the knee to the Socialist Democrats. They're not going to bend the knee to MLB and their political agenda also. He's not going to do it, man. It's not to say that the All-Star game wouldn't actually be here in Texas, but I tell you what, if MLB brought the All-Star game here to Texas, man, they would be complete hypocrites, because in Texas, you actually do have to show your ID to vote. It's been like that my whole life. Every time I voted in Texas, I showed my ID. You have to do it here. So MLB, good luck actually finding a state to host your All-Star game and not get blasted. If you go to New York, guess what? You're going to get crushed, because the state of New York actually has stronger voting laws than the state of Georgia. But that's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this? Black and white sports fans. Greg Abbott has now joined the fight against woke sports. And by the way, guys, make sure you go over to blackandwhitenetwork.com, sign up and become a member today. We really, really do need support. We appreciate all the support we have actually gotten over there so far. We're pretty much putting up a private video almost every day. The only exception was really yesterday because it was Easter. That was it. But we're going to have a nice special video here today, uncensored, and there's nothing that Big Tech can actually do about it, folks. Anyway, guys, let us know what you think about all this in the comments. Make sure you subscribe to Black and White Sports, and we'll catch you next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.